Hi everyone, Namaste. I'm Sonam and I welcome you to another episode of Soul Speak with Sonam. Before we start, I'd like to thank you for all the encouragement that you provide on my videos. Thank you so much for all your support. I really appreciate it. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you want daily free tarot guidance, then you can follow me on my Instagram and my Facebook page. The links are in the description below. As always, if you want to book a private session with me, do get in touch with me. The details are in the description box below. And lastly, today in this video, I'm going to do one free card pull for one viewer who has left a comment on my video in my previous video. So if you want me to pull a card for you, then do like, share and subscribe this video and leave a comment leave a comment below for me to choose you. And now we come to another pick a card reading. Today I want you to think about a relationship which is currently in your life. It could be someone you're out of touch with, it could be someone that you're currently dating, it could be any kind of relationship. And I want to see what the future holds for this relationship. It can also be an ex, whatever comes to your mind, that's fine with me. So go ahead and choose a card and then come back and I'll tell you what it means for you. Welcome back. I hope you've thought of a relationship and you have chosen a card. So, I'm going to start with the first one now. The first one is for those who picked this blue stone. So, if you picked this blue stone, let me see what this particular relationship has in store for you and what is going to happen. Oops. So, what I see in this card is that this is a kind of situation where you might have at some point felt that there is a third party involvement. The other person or you, either of you, there is a very high chance that you either had someone else in your mind while you were with this person, or this person had someone else in their life. If this is not a romantic relationship, if this is just a friendship, or if this is just someone that you is a relative or a friend or someone, then I do sense, either ways I do sense some interference of some kind from a third party or some outside factor, some external factor which really can disturb you. This is something which you may not know right now if it has not yet happened. This is something which can happen sometime in the future, because in this reading, what I'm going to look at is what is going to be the outcome or what is going to happen next in this relationship. So, what I see is that one of the two people involved, you or the other person, one of the two people involved will be looking out of this relationship. So, if you look at this tarot card, this girl is looking outside towards newer horizons. So, what I do feel is that one of you will be looking out. Another energy that I'm receiving from this card tells me that that you are, maybe some of you are too focused on the final destination and are not enjoying the journey. And this card asks you to take a deep breath and just enjoy the journey. If this is you, if you feel that the other person, if there is a third party involvement in this particular relationship, then don't worry. This card does not denote a heartbreak. So, despite there being a third party situation, I don't see a lot of heartbreak. I do sense that you will probably cope well, and maybe this is just a warning. If this is you, then don't get your hopes too high about this relationship. There could be some sort of interference from an external factor if it's not yet there, and you might look out for. This might also be telling you that you need to look out for other options, as this does not seem to be the best option, and you need to just enjoy what is happening, and you need not focus too much on the future, because this may not culminate into something long term. What you need to do to make this relationship, if there is anything at all, is this card tells me from this particular Osho Zen deck, tells me that you need to not get too emotional about the situation, which makes complete sense when coupled with this card. I get the sense that you need to be in control of your emotions. You cannot afford, you need to think with your mind and not with your heart, and you cannot afford to get too emotional about this particular relationship that you have in mind. This is the advice from the cards, that I do not see. I'm not saying it will not materialize. All I'm saying is that if you do get emotional very quickly, it may lead to some sort of a disappointment for you, and that is not something that I would recommend. So, I advise you to take all decisions from your mind rather than the heart. I know that's very difficult for you, especially as I'm the kind of person who really thinks from my heart. But this is the advice for you. And I'm going to pull out one more card for you to see what is out there for you is an opportunity, and this is an opportunity out from this relationship to learn about something. So stop focusing on the eventual destination. Learn, this journey is teaching you something, so try and understand what this journey is teaching you. This person has come into your life for a reason, and even though it may not culminate into something long term, this is an opportunity for you to learn what this journey means for you. And more importantly, this could also be an opportunity for you to explore what works for you and what doesn't, and what kind of a person you eventually want in your life. At the same time, for some of you, this could also mean that this is an opportunity which could turn in the future. This could be a temporary setback, this third person involvement, and eventually you both might work work through this one. And I hope that is true, and this was for all the people who picked this blue stone. And now I come to this second card, which was this moonstone. So if you pick this moonstone, this greenish moonstone, then let me see what the cards are saying for you. And if you want me to do one free card pull for you, do like, share and subscribe this video, and do leave your comments below. I will choose one lucky winner and do a free card pull for them. So for all those who picked this moonstone, what I see is, I see the potential of this relationship turning into something really deep. Look at this card; it's such a nice one. This is a very happy family, and they're all gathered together. They are weaving something on a loom, and they look so happy, and they look so content and at peace with each other. And this is something, this current relationship, whatever you're thinking about, this has the potential of really turning out to be something very stable in the long run. And this is something which will probably bring you a lot of emotional satisfaction. This card also tells me that you're being looked after, and I don't know if you believe in God or universe or a higher power or whatever. You can be an atheist, whatever it is, but there is someone out there looking out for you, and no harm will come to you. You might have suffered from a lot of heartbreak in the past and a lot of setbacks, but this time it's not going to happen, and this relationship is probably going to turn into something deeper and a lot more meaningful. And the other person probably thinks of you as someone they want to have a family with. So this is a very positive card to get, and let me see what you need to do to make this work. What you need to do to make this relationship work is for you to start seeing things from a different viewpoint. This is the corresponding card for the Hanged Man from the Osho Zen deck, and this tells me that you need to look at things from a new vision. The old way of looking at things is not working out. So as I said, you might have faced some setbacks in your life, and probably the way you dealt with your past relationships did not really help out. And if you want to change your story, then you need to start looking at things in a new way. I do feel that a lot of you are very scared about where this might be going. You might be very scared about getting hurt, and that is why this card is saying that you need to approach the situation with a different kind of a outlook. You need to be maybe more surer. I am just off the top of my head getting that if this is a love relationship, and maybe a lot of you are hell bent that you're not going to get into an arranged marriage, and just an example, and you might go for love marriage, but maybe this card shows a 180-degree change in your outlook towards something where you were very sure about something, but something happens and now you suddenly start looking at things from a different viewpoint. So who knows, maybe you suddenly decide that okay, arranged marriage is not such a bad idea, I can give it a shot. This is just a hypothetical example, but I'm just trying to show that you might find yourself in a situation where you have always wanted things to go one particular way, but you might realize that there is no harm in trying another way. And when it comes to making this relationship work, for all those who pick the green moonstone, you need to do things a little differently. You need to take a pause. Also, I would advise you not to take any big decision right now. You need to take a pause. You need to pause where you are, and you need to let more information flow to you before you take any decision. I hope that helps. And the guidance for all the people who picked this moonstone is for you to release. So you need to release your old blocks, your old beliefs about your relationships. For instance, if this is a friend that you're dealing with and you are afraid that that person is going to hurt you, then you need to release these old past subconscious blocks which you're carrying because of your past experiences. Anything that is not no longer working, some of you might still be touched with an ex, and you need to release that. And as I always say, if you don't release the old things, you will not have the place for new things to enter your life. So you need to release this old energy. Thank you. I hope that helps. So that was for everyone who picked the green moonstone. If you like my video, and if you want me to do a free one card pull for you, do like, share and subscribe this video and leave a comment below. And now I will do a one card pull for someone who left a comment on my last video, and that's someone that I have picked today is Andrea Linsa, and I have picked two cards for her, and I'm going to tell you what the cards are. So Andrea, if you're listening to me, then this is for you. Your first card that I have picked is called Trust, which just says that you have reached a point in your life where something that you really worked for is going to work out in your favor. You're very close to it, but for some reason you're not getting that inner trust. So you need to trust in the situation, and you need to trust that it is going to work out in your favor, and the universe is on your side. And I do feel that you have had some sort of a bad setback in life, and that is something which is making you very distrusting of people and the universe right now. And your second card is called Protection, which this is a very specific message for you, Andrea. I do feel that some loved one, if you've lost someone, it could be some loved one from heaven is looking out for you, and they are protecting you. And not just that, you're always protected. And while you might have suffered setbacks in the past, this strong tree is telling me that nothing will happen. Even if it's a big storm, like this tree, you will stand your ground and you will not get hurt. So there is absolutely nothing for you to be scared about, and you just need to trust that everything is going to work out in your favor. Thank you, and I hope this helps. And next I move on for all the people who have picked this white diamond drop, and let me see what your relationship holds for you. Wow, so this particular relationship that you're talking about, this is the kind of relationship which requires a lot of hard work. I do feel that a lot of you feel that you have put in a lot of hard work into this relationship, but you are not seeing the outcomes yet. If this is you, if this resonates with you, then this card is telling you that you have seriously done the hard work. You have, the toughest part is now over. All you need to do is just sit back and relax and wait for things to work out for you. If you look at this card, this person is growing some plants, and if you see that, you know how when you put some seeds into the ground, it first starts sprouting roots, and despite it having expanded its roots a lot, you cannot see it until the shoot comes out from above the ground. And that is exactly what I'm trying to tell you, that even though you might not see the evidence right now, things are working out in your favor. And this is the kind of relationship which will take a little bit more time, and the timeline may not match your expectations. It could be a little slow moving. I see this as a very slow moving energy, and you might be waiting for some sort of initiative or some sort of action from the other person, and you're not getting that, and that is probably frustrating you. And that is why you just constantly looking for signs or symbols from the universe. You know how they say a watched pot never boils. So that is something that you need to stop doing. You need to just have patience, and you need to know deep inside, you need to believe that all the effort that you have put in will eventually manifest as your desires. This relationship will come to fruition. I do see this as a very positive card, despite it being a little frustrating in terms of having patience. What you need to do to make this relationship work is to have a childlike adventurous spirit. You probably are getting too much caught up in your head, and you are being very impatient about it. But you know how a kid approaches life is a kid approaches life as an adventure, and he's open to all kinds of new experiences. And kids don't get easily disappointed. No matter what happens, they take it, as I said, they take it as an adventure. So look at this kid fearlessly going into the forest, into the dark forest, but the kid's adventurous spirit is lighting up the path for him, and he's not afraid. So you need to get into this relationship without the fear of getting hurt all the time, and you need to stop waiting for the other person to to work as per your timeline. I do feel that the other person will take their own sweet time, and as I said, this is a little slow moving energy. Both the cards that I have pulled out for you are pentacles, which tell me that this relationship is not moving as fast as you would want it to, but rest assured it will work. In the meanwhile, you need to think like a child. You need to laugh, love, have fun, just enjoy life and treat it as an adventure. Everything need not go as per your plan. It's okay. It's okay. Just learn to have fun and just enjoy this journey that you're in. And eventually, I do feel everything will work out for you. And the guidance for all those who picked this white drop, the guidance for all of you is, wow, I love this card. It's called happiness. So I don't think I have to describe this card. This just says that happiness is just around the corner, and everything that you want you'll get. And look at these dolphins. They're so happy. You know, they're jumping. They're so happy. That dolphins are very happy creatures, and this card is just just looking at this card makes me so happy. So this card is telling you to just be happy and not get so caught up in your head and not take everything so seriously. So this was for all the people who picked the white diamond drop. If you like my readings, do like, share and subscribe. Do reply to my comments and I will choose one lucky person to do one card pull. And now I come to the last segment of my video, and for all those who picked this rose quartz, this heart-shaped rose quartz pendant, your relationship is the card that I have picked out. It's called Strength. And it tells me that this is the kind of relationship which will only get better with time. It also tells me that you are very strong as a person, and because of all your past experiences, you become very strong as a person. You probably don't get too emotionally attached very soon, which is fine. And the other person sees you as someone very, very strong. And not just that, this relationship is something which is built on an extremely strong foundation. This is a relationship which cannot be easily shaken. And this is an excellent card to get. This also tells me that this relationship will only get stronger with time. And if you have had some recent setbacks or some sort of arguments or disagreements between the two of you, this will all become okay, because it's just about to get stronger. You don't need to worry about anything. I do feel that some of you, as I said, you're very strong, and because of that strength, of that emotional strength, sometimes you tend to guard yourself against getting too close to people or getting too emotionally attached to outcomes or to other people. And this is something which might be an obstacle, a little bit. I'm just getting the sense. So it's okay to be very strong. It's very good to be strong. Everyone appreciates how far you've come and how strong you've become, but at the same time, you should not let that strength of character stop you from exploring what life has. This is an excellent, it's a very strong, stable, it's a relationship built on a strong foundation. I think both of you trust each other a lot, and this is a good outcome to get. So I don't see why you should be so afraid of showing your emotions. And what you need to do is you need to involve other people. You need to probably hang out in groups, maybe take a trip together. You need to hang out in groups of people. I think the two of you need to spend more time with other people, and as you spend more time with other people, the dynamics of your relationship will improve, and you will learn a lot when you notice how the other person behaves in front of your friends or your family. So if you have not yet introduced them to your friends or your family, I would say go ahead and do that. This is the kind of relationship which I feel that both of you might have spent a lot of time alone but not with other people. And this is a card which tells me you should, maybe, as I said, if it permits, if the lockdown is not valid in your area wherever you're watching this from, maybe you should take a trip. So it could be just a weekend trip, it could be a road trip, something like that. I do sense that the more time you spend around this person, the stronger this relationship will become. And this is a very nice card to get. And tens also denote culmination or completion of something in a nice way, not as an ending but as a completion. So this is giving me a very nice feeling about you. And the guidance for all those who picked the pendant shaped rose quartz tells is inner peace. And I don't think I need to describe this card. This is a very self-explanatory card which says that don't keep doubting this relationship is going to give you a lot of inner peace. This is something which really is special to you, and this is something which really calms you down, and this is something which you can feel from deep within. Both of you can. So everything is good. This is an excellent card to get. So this was for all the people who picked the rose quartz, and I am done with my reading. Do let me know in the comments if you like this. Do like, share and subscribe, and do get in touch if you want a private session. Thank you. Bye bye.